Hi everyone, welcome to systembase.com. In our today's video, we're going to discuss about types of processes. In our previous video, we have learned how to create process using fork function. In today's session, we are going to learn about types of processes. There are basically three types of processes like daemon process, orphan process, and zombie process. First of all, we are going to start with daemon process. In our Linux operating system, there are several processes which are running in background as a process for managing your file system, for managing your network activity, for managing your messages, for managing your USB devices connected with your system, responding to them. For all these purposes, there are several processes running in background silently for managing your work. These kind of processes are called daemon process. In multitasking computer operating system, daemon is also known as a background process that run in the background with other processes. Daemon process is known for one of the type of program that run silently or quietly in your background of the system rather than under direct control of user. Most of the daemon processes name end with the letter D. Let's take few examples like syslogd, sshd is a daemon that responsible for implementing system logging facility, and sshd is a daemon process that is responsible for service incoming SSH connections. I've given one example to show the demonstration of daemon process, how it's working. You can also try. Here in the program, we need to take few variables of PID type. Initially, we have initialized to 0, PID equal to 0 and SID equal to 0. Taken a file pointer with which we set null, and taken one initializing value for I. And let's call the fork function here, and it will return the value in the PID section. It will return the value in the PID section. If the value of PID is less than 0, that means fork creation is failed. That means no parent or child, no child has been created, and it will exit. If the PID is greater than 0, then it's a parent process, and we are printing the parent process ID. Okay, in the printf statement, we are going to now print the PID of child process and exiting the parent with exit 0. Parent process will exit, and using this unmask 0 for unmasking the file mode using this function. Using unmask 0, you can unmask the file mode using this function. Now set SID for creating a new session. It will return the value in the SID. If the value is less than 0, then it will exit. Now closing all the file operations here and opening a new file. File name is mydaemon filename.txt in write mode, and writing all the processes into that file. This is the output of the program. Now let's take a quick look about the daemon process, what we have learned. Daemon basically it's a program. It runs without any interruption of user. It executes in the background. It recollect, and it became orphan. You can also use the command to see the daemon processes running in the background. You need to open your terminal and you have to type the process command ps-axl. By using this command, you can see all the daemon processes running in the background. This is all about the daemon process. Now let's see the orphan process. What is the orphan process? It's a computer process whose parent process has already finished its execution and terminated, though it remains running itself in the current running process list. Orphan process do not become zombie process. Instead, the orphan processes are adopted by init, the process ID 1, which is initiated by the kernel itself, which waits on it children. It's very easy to spot an orphan process. The orphan process is a user process which is having the init ID equal to 1, that means as a parent. You can use this command in Linux to find or locate the orphan processes. It will also show a list of orphan processes running in your system. Sometimes a process may also be intentionally orphaned, as it becomes detached from the user's session and also left running in the background state. It usually to allow a long-running job to finish its execution without further user attention, or to start an indefinitely running service or deadlock state. A particular process can be orphaned unintentionally also, in scenarios like when parent process terminates or crashes accidentally. Okay, let's implement the orphan process practically. Here is the main function we are taking. Using this system clear, you can clear the terminal output screen and calling the fork function here equal PID equal to fork. When you calling this, as you know, the total program execution will be divided into two parts, one for the child, one for the parent. If PID equal to 0, as you know, that it will be a child. When the child successfully created, it will, after for function, it will return a 0 value. That means if PID equal to 0, it will be child. Now child is started, we have to make a printf statement and given the PID of the child, and parent of the child get PPID. Using this function we are getting the parent ID, and given a printf statement for understanding the child process, child prints one item and sleep the child process for 30 milliseconds. After this, it will print child print 2 items after 30 millisecond delay. As you know, simultaneously it will also execute the other part of this program, that means for parent. It will print these two functions, two printf statements, parent ID and parent process ID for the particular parent, and after that it will print after for function. Now let's see the output, what happened there in the output. In the output, you can easily track when you run this orphan process program. Before fork function it is showing, then parent process has started and PPID of the parent process, and after fork function started, child ID is this. It will hold for some time after printing this line, as we have given sleep for 30 milliseconds. After this printing this child print one item, it holds for 30 milliseconds and then prints the child print 2 item. Within this meantime, the parent will complete its execution and exit from the process table. If you print the parent ID for the particular child, you will get the different value also. After completing this 30 millisecond, the parent process will automatically complete its execution and it will print this printf statement here. Now let's see the zombie process. Zombie is a process that has completed its execution, but still it has an entry in the process table. This means the process has called the exit system call and freed all its resources except for the process control block. Typically, the parent waits for the completion of the child using the wait system call. When the child terminates, the kernel wakes up the parent. The parent then asks the kernel to clean up the PCB process control block of child. This is called reaping. In other words, we can also tell a zombie process is known as a computer process whose execution is already completed, but then also it has an entry in the process table list. Because of the child processes, the zombie process usually occur as the parent process still need to read the child process exit status. A zombie process is a process which has completed its execution via the exit system call, but then also it has an entry in the process table. The zombie state means when a process created in Linux or Unix using the fork system call, the address space of parent process is replicates itself. If the parent process calls wait system call, the execution of the parent is suspended until the child terminates because parent used to read the child's exit status. So it will wait for the termination of child. In this scenario, the state of child process is known as zombie state. This zombie state occurs because of the child processes, where the entry is still needed to be allowed the parent process to read the child's exit status. Once the exit status is read via the wait system call, the zombie entry is removed from the process table and the zombie state is said to be reaped. You can also check the zombie processes in your terminal by typing this simple process command psaux. Using this command, you can check the all zombie processes, or you can also use grepz. By using this, you can get the details of all zombie processes in process table. You must not confuse yourself with the zombie and orphan processes. You need to remember that an orphan process is a process that is still executing but whose parent has already died or expired. These do not remain as zombie processes. Instead, all the orphan processes, they are adopted by the init process ID 1, which waits on its children. For this purpose, a process that is both a zombie and orphan will be gathered automatically. Parent process will be in sleep mode for 15 microseconds. But when it's running for the child process, the process completes its execution and it will exit with the code 42. That means but in the else part, the process exit with 42 means it is waiting for the a child process like to exit with the exit code 42, but the exit code status of this child process need to be known by the parent process, but the parent process in sleep mode. So child executes its execution but still in the process table because of the parent process needs the exit code of the child process. In such scenario is called zombie. You can check the output of this program here. I hope this video is helpful for you to understanding of the different kind of processes like daemon, orphan and zombie. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon also. Thank you for watching this video. Take care and bye bye.